Hey guys, this is Mark with AdultAspergersChat.com, and today I want to talk to the NT wives or husbands, as the case may be, when you go on too long with your message delivery, or when you try to tackle more than one issue at a time. Your ASD spouse is going to run into brain overload. We're just going to call it data overload, because you're providing too much data too quickly. He's not able to absorb all of that. And so at some point in your message delivery, let's say, for example, it's a 20-minute discussion, or in this case, perhaps a monologue, he's going to get to the point where he's not going to be able to listen or understand or retain. So think of your ASD spouse as that old computer that you used to have that has so much software on it and so little memory space that when you turn it on and you work on it for a little while, it slows down, and at some point it freezes, and then you have to shut it down and reboot it, and then it takes forever to start up again, but then when it does, it kind of runs a little faster than it did previously. So your husband on the autism spectrum is like that slow computer, and the more data dumping you do, the more data overload he runs into, and then the rest is history, because at some point he can't even listen to you anymore, because all he can focus on is his anxiety or how he's feeling criticized. And if you continue to data dump, he's only going to be able to listen to 80% of your message. And as you continue to data dump, he's only going to be able to understand 60% of what he listens to. And as you continue to data dump, he's only going to be able to retain 40% of what he understands. And as you continue to data dump, he's only going to implement about 10% of what he retained. So of your 100% message delivery, you're only getting about a 10% return on your investment of time and energy. I hope that makes sense. So here are some examples of data dumping. When you talk too long, when you tackle more than one issue at a time, when you come at him when you're emotional or upset, either angry or crying, when you come at him with poor timing, in other words, he's not prepared, he didn't know that you were going to have the talk, he's doing something else. So you're coming at him at a very inappropriate time for him because it disrupts his routine or structure. The other component of data dumping would be when you speak in vague terms, especially when you talk about how you feel and expect him to take how you feel and apply it to some course of action he's supposed to take. Okay? Feelings, especially if you have alexithymia, are vague. So your expression of feelings is not his motivation to change. And lastly, another data dumping component would be jumping from the current issue to multiple past issues that he can't fix now. So there it is. Your data dumping downloads as data overload. Then he is going to do some version of a meltdown or a shutdown. Literally, he's going to have to shut down and reboot.